our YouTube channel. Today you're gonna see Squirrly SEO 2019 for the first time ever. So this is today's YouTube premiere of the first alpha version that we're launching for Squirrly SEO 2019. This is not the official launch event, but you are going to see some pretty amazing things that have never been seen before. And because you've joined me today for this YouTube premiere, I'm gonna be here in the chat section on YouTube for this premiere event, and you can ask me all of the questions that you want answered about the new Squirrly SEO 2019, and I will do my best to help you out with everything you need. Now let's get moving because we have a lot of ground to cover. Like you remember last time I've made an developer update video just to show you like the amazing and crazy stuff that we've been doing since the 1st of February 2018, and I went through all of the changes that have happened since then. But what I'm going to show you today has never been shown before. So if I go here to Squirrly, you can easily see that there's a complete redesign of the menu. So it's only dashboard, research, live assistant, focus pages, SEO settings, SEO audit, and rankings right now, because we're improving the flow that you're gonna have when using our software. Right, so if I go to dashboard, you're gonna see something that might be familiar to you, especially if you've been using my.squirrly.co for a while. So this is the Squirrly dashboard. Here is some info about stuff that has happened recently. Of course, this is the alpha version of Squirrly SEO 2019, and the website that I'm using it on is just a test website that was created yesterday. So basically, I don't really have a lot of stuff on this website yet. It's not even a real website. I mean, if I just go to it, you can see that it's not that interesting because it has the default theme and blah blah blah. But nobody cares about it. So the idea is that you're going to have your dashboard right here in the overview section, and then once you switch to research, something amazing will happen. You see that all of this is now full screen so that you can focus 100% on what you're trying to achieve with your search engine optimization and with using Squirrly to make your goals happen. Alright, so this is the research part, and you can see that it's got a complete redesign. Now we're super happy to be able to show you this because we've really worked a lot on figuring out how to help you use all of the amazing tools that we've built and use them to the maximum. So our aim with Squirrly SEO 2019 is to help you develop an SEO strategy. So we really want to help you focus on getting the best SEO results out there and not just trying to make a couple of tweaks here, make a couple of tweaks there, and in general not really know what you're doing for SEO. And we've built this as a sort of guidance because we have like over 200 tools and features inside of Squirrly SEO at the moment. And actually we've been having this number ever since Squirrly SEO 2018 Steve, which was a huge version, a huge release. It was massively successful. But after it, we've seen that people fell into two different categories. So until then, we had a lot of people who either had success, either were super hugely successful, they were quite okay with the results, and there were like mixed feelings. But after Squirrly SEO 2018 Steve, we've seen that most people either were amazingly successful or they were not successful at all using our plugin. It got me wondering, what's the difference between the people who are super successful and the other category of people who fail at SEO? And I was like, there's got to be something. So I did my best. I actually ended up on a lot of calls. I've exchanged a lot of emails with people trying to figure out what it is that makes this small group of people unable to become successful using the Squirrly SEO tool. And it struck me while talking to them that there are so many things that we offer, so many benefits, so many features, yet people don't really know how to start using them because, let's face it, the old interface became overpopulated, overcrowded, and it's not really easy to navigate and to figure out what you're supposed to do inside of Squirrly SEO. So Also, I mean, this was not the biggest thing that we've discovered. The biggest thing that we've discovered was the fact that people were failing at making like the smallest and sometimes the most important changes to their websites. So, people who weren't ranking on Google, they were actually not using the settings from Squirrly SEO, and of course they couldn't have results because Squirrly SEO was not activated for them. The others were trying to rank for keywords that simply made no sense to try and rank for, like shoes or jewelry. Now, you will never rank for shoes, you will never rank for jewelry, and it wouldn't really make sense to rank for those because the search intent of people who would search for simply just shoes randomly on the web would be like totally random, and you couldn't really make great content to match the intent of the person who searched the web for that. So it's a really, really bad keyword, and people didn't even know that. Some people didn't even know that we had a keyword research tool. So now we're trying to outline everything here. You can see it's got a very nice flow. Then you have these other tabs on the left, but on the right you actually have our super squirrel. You can say that you love it. Then you have the support button that I'm sure that most of you are already used to by now, where you can easily drop us a message and we'll reply via email. And then you have the profile section. Well, what else is there? We have the tasks. So if you've never used the research tool before, it will be super easy for you to get up and running with the research tools from Squirrly SEO, because now you have tasks here in the right section, just like you do in the SEO Live Assistant. And the SEO Live Assistant is by far one of our most loved features in the history of Squirrly SEO. And actually, the funny thing about doing the premiere today on the 20th of December is the fact that we've actually launched Squirrly SEO for the first time ever on the 20th of December in 2012, and then we had a beta version, so today we have an alpha version for Squirrly SEO 2019. And you can see here in the right section, so to do a keyword research, and then if I click it, I'm going to see some description on how I can do a keyword research. But then I have tasks like add keywords in Briefcase. Now I know that I have to add a keyword in Briefcase, so I will go to Briefcase. And let's see what it says. So welcome to Briefcase. To get started managing keywords for your SEO strategy, go find keywords. And now it actually makes sense, because otherwise I would have sent you here and you wouldn't really know how to add keywords to Briefcase anymore. And we've made it in such way that you will always be on strategy and everything that you do will make sense. So I can't add a keyword at random in Briefcase. I must first make a keyword research. What should I search for? So let's say social media tools, right? Next, yes, I want to do a global search. Then I'm gonna click on next and do the research. Yeah, so this doesn't work on the test version. This is the alpha version inside of the plugin. So actually, in order to get that done, I would have to go and something like this. And you can see that it brought me suggestions. So this is the mysquirrly.co interface. This is the alpha version of the plugin, and it's not fully functional yet. That's why it's just an alpha release. And I'm showing it to you today to see like all the amazing benefits of Squirrly SEO 2019 before we will do an official release on the WordPress directory, and before you will actually be able to download the plugin and get it inside of your WordPress. So anyway, I'm gonna click do a research. You can see that for this website right here, I've made all the steps. Everything is green in the sidebar, so I already know how to use the keyword research, and I've already used the keyword research on this particular site. Alright, and now you can see a lot of different keywords, and some of them are super good to use. Actually, some of them aren't, because some of them are very hard to rank. And I guess it makes sense because it's social media tools, and with the amount of social media tools out there, it's like no wonder that it's hard to rank for them. And I have this search volume. These are the search volumes, and I have the trends for it. You can see the trends right here. We've made a graphic representation of the trends right now, so we don't have it like we used to have it in the past, where we wrote a couple of ideas of a couple of words about it. Now you can see it graphically, how the trend evolved over the last 3 months. And I can add it to Briefcase by using this very familiar button right now, and add to Briefcase. And if I'd go to Briefcase, I could search for my social media tools. Yes, this is the keyword info. I can click and I can see the keyword info right now. As you can definitely see it here, with everything that was available when I made the research. I haven't used social media tools in any post on this website right here, and I'm not currently ranking for it, obviously because I've never used it in any post. And now I can go here and decide, like, I want to optimize for this, I want to refresh the research, get new data into my research here, assign a label, send to the rank checker, or delete the keyword. Right, so this is how it works now, and you have you can click show all to see all of the keywords in Briefcase labels again. And of course you can also click on this red label here and filter and see only the keywords that are part of my indirect BizCard strategy. This is something very cool that you can do with Briefcase, starting with Squirrly SEO 2019. And you have a much better user interface where you can filter your keywords according to labels. Then you can click the show all to see everything that you have inside. And then you have labels here. You can even change the color. You can do a lot of different settings using this button. It's going to become super familiar to you very soon. And I can also add a new label if I want. Alright, I can go to the suggested tab. I have no suggestions at the moment. This is where our new keyword research assistant looks at your strategy, looks at your website, looks at rankings that you already have, and tries to come up with much better keywords that you could be using for ranking on Google. And it's gonna suggest tons of great things that are trendy, and you have all the opportunities to outrank people on search engine result pages. And this is the history of the researches. This is also a very new feature. So you can see here the old keyword researches that you've made. And now let's go back to the plugin version. So this was just to show you that that the keyword actually works, and it was pretty interesting to walk you through it because I've never shown you this new way of using the research tab from Squirrly before, because now we have the keyword research assistant present in history and in suggested. We've made a complete redesign of Briefcase and labels to make it easier for you to label all of the keywords in your strategy. And basically you will know what to do, because you should add the keywords in Briefcase, create labels for the keywords, and add your keywords and add labels to your keywords. Then you can go to focus pages, and this is going to be like the core functionality of the new Squirrly SEO 2019. As I've said before, we'd seen that many people that they don't really know how the research tool works together with Briefcase, how after they've made researches and placed keywords and labeled them in Briefcase, they should go to the live assistant. They don't know the difference between SEO content, like content that's optimized with the SEO live assistant and content that's optimized with the Squirrly SEO snippet, and they really have no idea how those things work. They don't know how to look at the proper metrics to find out if their content is high quality and if the readers like their content. So there were a lot of questions that people had. Many people didn't even have a website structure. Others were trying to rank in industries where everybody had at least 1000 pages on their sites and they were trying to compete against them with a one-pager website, which is kind of like you'll never be able to do that. And there are a lot of crazy things out there, and I just want to make sure that right now, when somebody tries to use Squirrly SEO for the first time, they don't know how to use Squirrly SEO, they barely know anything about website design, search engine optimization, and other such marketing aspects, that they will be able to come here to the focus pages section and they will easily understand what they need to do and what they need to fix on their websites to start ranking on Google. So you can see that the focus pages is organized like this. So you have focus pages, best practices. We're going to have a lot of best practices for you to read and to see how to get the best results. And then we have settings for setting up your focus pages. Now, when we think about focus pages, we actually think about the most important pages of your site. It's like they need to be like the money-making pages that you have, like the pages that you 100% want other people to find when they search on Google. And that's why these are like the most important pages. And from experience in ranking websites and doing a lot of different activities, from on-page SEO to off-page SEO to working solo to working with freelancers, with agencies, with other people, with developers, you can't focus on more than 5 pages at a time. Now, you may think that you can, but you can't. So that's why on the Pro plan, we are going to offer 5 focus pages max, because the idea is that you will have to work through your 5 pages. You will see that there's a lot of work to do to get them ranked. You will rank those 5 pages, then you will remove them from your focus pages and start with another set of 5 pages, because you already have 5 pages ranked. You're going to rank another 5 pages. You'll already have 10 different pages ranked on Google, but you will rank them step by step through a guided process that makes sense for your overall strategy. Now, the idea is that in research, you will find the best keywords, you will find the greatest ideas, you will label them, you will know when to add SEO context, and I'm gonna show you a lot about SEO context and customer journeys inside of the focus pages tool once all of the tasks are ready, and once Squirrly SEO 2019 is gonna hit the WordPress directory and you're gonna be able to download it. But then after you've figured out like the things that you want to go for, like the things that you want to rank for on Google, then you just have to come here to the focus pages section, and this is the place that will guide you step by step into fixing every single detail of your site so that you will rank high on Google and improve your chances of ranking your focus pages. And as I've said, once you're done with the first 5 pages, move on to the next ones. It's as easy as that. And sometimes you will see that in order to rank 5 pages, you will even have to create other additional pages on your WordPress site to make sure that these very important 5 pages get their chances of ranking, because you will need to build a lot of inner links, and the best way to work with focus pages is to also build satellite content that sends links to these focus pages. Now, the structure is pretty simple. You're gonna have tasks in the right area here as well. So under the support buttons and the profile. So in this part, you'll also have initial tasks, default tasks. Then you have current ranking drawbacks. So you see that for this website, and according to the pages that you place here, it's always gonna be a different experience because every single page is different. You will see that a lot of these ranking factors, they are calculated on an individual level. They are super specific to each and every single one of your pages, exactly like Google does when checking the ranking factors that they take into account to figure out if your page should be placed higher in search results. And this is always going to be different for many pages. Now, that's why this current ranking drawbacks is super important, because this will easily highlight the problems that you have on most of your pages. And let's say that you have problems with impressions on search engines, because we will also measure the impressions on search engines. Now we have an integration with Google Search Console. So you can see that for impressions, I've clicked it. You can see a white check mark here on the impressions category with the red elements for the focus pages, and you can see that I have a scroll bar here. I also have an arrow. I can click the arrow, but I can also use this bar to scroll. On a touch device, I could even touch the screen to make it drag around like this. Alright, so I can go and see that I do have a problem with impressions. It's not done yet. Right, that was not the point. This is a test website, but anyway, so that's the idea of how it will work. And now you have it filtered by impressions, and it shows me just one page, the one page that has problem with impressions. Then I can click show all, and once I do click show all, I see all of my pages again. In this case, in this test website, I only have 2 pages placed. They are not the best pages in the world. One of them is the home page, one of them is the hello world, so this is definitely not what you're going to try to aim for. Because as I said, in focus pages you need to place your money making pages, so this will need to be the most important pages of your site. Now, this easily tells you how many problems you need to fix for this focus page, and what your chances to rank are. This one is 100 right now, because this doesn't get calculated. As I've said, this is an alpha version of the plugin, and the chance to rank doesn't work yet. This is just a demo to show you how it will all look like once we actually manage to launch it in January 2019. There's like crazy amounts of processing going behind all of these cute little red and green tasks that you see here, because for each section we take a lot of things into account. Just let's click on indexability, right? So for indexability, we have a lot of things like indexing, do index, do follow, present in sitemap, Google search index requests done manually, and you're going to see why that is important very soon. Canonical link, permalink structure. Then we're going to go at keywords. Keywords has other different sections. And the thing is that other than being able to easily sort according to problems that you have, you know that today you would want to work on your SEO content. You can just click and see the pages that have problems with SEO content. The other very cool aspect is that you can actually go, and if you have a keyword problem, it says red on the keywords that you're using for one of your focus pages. All of the information that you have here in the right section, so this is like a live assistant and another live assistant here. So in the right section, you will actually see all the tasks, and once all of these tasks are completed and they are green, then this keyword here, this part, this label, will also turn to green. And in order to turn this keyword problem from red to green, this ranking factor, you actually need to complete these first. So this is the keyword hello world. This is just random, okay? So this doesn't really make sense because this is just a demo, but we will have a keyword like social media tools for digital marketing, and if the competition is low, the search volume is big enough, and the trend is decent, you will get a check mark also here. Everything will be green, and then you will be able to have a great keyword, and your ranking factors should be made properly for your keywords. And then at SEO content, you'll be able to go and click and see what's wrong. But the thing is that in most cases, what I see here in the right section for this keyword will be completely different than what I see here in the right section for this other keyword. As you can see, for Squirrly SEO, the search volume is not big enough. For this other keyword, the search volume is big enough. Of course, this is a case test. This is filled with a lot of dummy data, and even some real data, even some dummy data, because gathering all of this data is like super crazy, and we're still working a lot on it. It's basically the reason why Squirrly SEO 2019 was delayed a bit. And you can see that this is super different. So for everything that you are going to see here, this is not like random, general, and vague advice. This is exactly on point to exactly the problem that you want to fix to rank higher on search engines. So this is not like another one of those, yeah, this is like step-by-step guidance, yeah, please follow what we say in our tool, and then just boom, give you like very random advice that you will never be able to use or act upon. This is something that you can definitely use every time you want. You just come here, just click on one of these things, then you click to learn more about it, and here you can see the details for this task and why this is important and how to fix it. And everything will be different for every single page according to the specific problems that that focus page has at the time being. Right, so I think that's super important to know. So everything is 100% specific to each and every focus page, and then you can easily go and click edit page if you need to edit this page. Yes, that's what I also wanted to show you. So for keyword, let's say that this keyword is bad, I can just click on find better keywords and I will automatically go to the research section. And this is super impressive because you'll be able to come here to focus pages, click on a problem, and then find exactly the Squirrly SEO tool that you need to use to fix this problem. Also for indexability, when you see these problems that you have right here, you'll be able to see exactly what you need to use, either from WordPress as a platform, from your robots.txt, or from Squirrly SEO in order to fix each and every problem. And if you already have Squirrly SEO, you already have the other tools as well. So this is going to be 100% guided. We don't just tell you what's wrong, how to fix it. We even send you to the exact tool that you need to use in order to make the fix. So everything will come in super handy for you to be able to fix all of the ranking factors that are currently keeping you back from ranking high on Google. Alright, then I know there's like a lot of crazy stuff in here. If I go to snippet, you can see that I have a couple of definitions, but my title is not good. Of course, if this is red, this one would also be red in the late release. But then I can also click and go and edit my snippet, and if I click this, it will take me to edit exactly the snippet for exactly the focus page that had this problem. So everything becomes super easy to use. Basically, what you'll have to do is just go to focus pages. Every time you feel like fixing something for your SEO, every time you feel the need to grow your rankings, you'll just be able to come here to focus pages, see a problem, and then easily learn about it, and then easily go and solve it using the tools that you already have inside of your WordPress. So these are some other ideas for SEO image. We also integrate with Google Analytics, and we're going to bring a lot of data about the health of your traffic, and you're going to get a lot of great ideas and help on fixing all of the issues that you may have in Google Analytics. Then a lot of different stuff for platform health, for social signals, for page authority, for backlinks. We also do a lot of checks, and actually in backlinks, you're going to be very happy to hear that we're going to fill the best practice section with a lot of different ideas, amazing ideas on how to get white hat SEO backlinks to your website, because backlinks are an important ranking factor after all. Then inner links, this is about getting inner links from your website, outbound links, and then of course accuracy of results. Here we will show you that you basically need if you want accuracy, the Google Search Console is not the best thing in the world, because the Google Search Console is useful if you work on the website every once in a while. It's useful because it doesn't really gather data in real time, and the way it works when showing your rank is it shows you an average position on which your website was found on Google when a person clicked on your listing in Google search. And I don't want to go into detail here, but that's how it works. And the idea is that because it works this way, you can make like a lot of changes right now to your focus pages. Then you will go and ask Google to reindex your page. Your page will be ranked higher, but you will not see that in the search console. If you want to see all of your rankings, your ups and your downs in real time, then you will need to use the business plan from Squirrly SEO. And in the business plan, you will see your rankings in real time for exactly the country that you specify, and it will be objective and 100% accurate data, just as if your desired customer would be in the comfort of his own home searching on Google for different results. And if you want this ranking accuracy, you see that we didn't place it with red because it's not bad to use the search console, that's why we recommend it. But if you really want performance results and you're gonna become obsessed with seeing like how your rankings improve, then the business plan is your go-to solution. Of course, we will continue using the search console because we get a lot of cool data like click-through rates, impressions, and clicks. So, as I said, there's gonna be a lot of different aspects here that you will need to use. We check for a lot of crazy things. So, as I've said, a lot of people they really don't know how to make a good SEO, and it doesn't matter their background. Okay, so it's not like somebody who never used a computer in their life wouldn't know SEO, because some of the problems that we've outlined here in focus pages and that we check against and we give a red mark for are actually problems that we see even very advanced SEO people and developers who have created sites, lots of sites, and ranked them to positions 1 to 3 in Google, and they still make a lot of mistakes, because sometimes these mistakes happen due to WordPress and due to a lot of different other factors, not WordPress itself as a platform, but the whole environment of WordPress with other themes, other developers working on it, other plugins, other hard coding stuff that people might do from time to time inside of those platforms. So because everything is so crazy inside of WordPress due to the environment, even the most sophisticated experts in developing websites and creating SEO will make mistakes, problems will happen, and they will lose control. And this used to be the case before Squirrly SEO 2019, because Squirrly SEO 2019 does a lot of crazy checks. It even checks your robots.txt file to see if it's the proper version that you were expecting to find, because in some cases, and if you've worked with a lot of sites before, you may have seen this happen to you. You make a certain definition for robots.txt, but then when the robots.txt is accessed, the information inside the file is completely different from what you expected, and you usually don't know that kind of stuff because nobody tells you that, and it can cause huge ranking problems. But focus pages, it checks it for you, and then it tells you exactly what you need to do to fix it. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to have. And I have like this Avvenimento Biz, it's for business events. And so for example, one of the reasons that some of my events weren't ranking on Google were because they were made with a particular plugin that created a particular post type, a custom post type, and the SEO settings from Squirrly were not activated on it. And I was like super ashamed and super embarrassed, but that was the truth. But if I had Squirrly SEO 2019, this thing right here would have told me, hey man, you don't have the SEO settings activated, that's why you're losing ground on SEO. And I would be like, okay, so then I just go and I fix it, and boom, I'm ranking again. So it's that easy once you really have this sophisticated machine studying everything there is about each of your focus pages and giving you information all the time on what you need. And you can see, even if I see such a problem, I can easily click this button right here. It will take me automatically to the SEO settings from Squirrly. So I don't really even need to know how to use the plugin. I just need to come here to focus pages, click on a couple of elements, see what I need to do, and then click the buttons and fix the problem, because I've already read how I need to fix them, and then come back to focus pages. And doing this over and over again, I will turn all of these elements from red to green, and I will definitely win. So that's how it works. This is Squirrly SEO 2019 with the focus pages feature. And we also have something amazing prepared in terms of bulk SEO settings, which uses a very similar UI, because our design principles right now at Squirrly are the unified user interface, where we're trying to make everything in Squirrly SEO look super familiar and not create a lot of different graphics that you will never be able to understand. So now that you know that, you can click on this and it will be filtered by, let's say, impressions. So now instead of 2 pages, you see only 1 page because this is a filter, and I can go and click show all to remove the filter and to see all the pages again. The same behavior happens in Briefcase. Let's go here. So I have Briefcase and I have this label. If I click it, I only see the keyword that was listed under this label, and then I also have the button for show all. And once I know this, I know how to use Briefcase, I know how to use labels, I know how to use focus pages, and I will know how to use the bulk SEO settings, which is something that's super important. It's not yet ready inside of this section right here, inside of the alpha version of the plugin, but this is how it looks like at the moment. So you will know if your SEO content is done properly, if the platform SEO is good, if the platform SEO is good for this post. And this is not just for focus pages, this is for all of the pages that you have inside of WordPress. If you have 1,000 or 30,000 pages, you're gonna see all of them here with pagination, of course, and then you're gonna be able to easily go and see what problems they still have. Maybe you didn't define a keyword for them, maybe your snippet is done wrong, and of course it will work exactly like the focus pages. When I click on this, I will see tasks here on the right section, and then I can also filter. So if I have 3,000 pages, I can easily say, I want you to show me all the pages where I didn't define a keyword. I can click on keyword, and then boom, it will automatically filter for all the pages that don't have a keyword defined. I can go click on show all again and just see the problems, the things that have a problem with the snippet, and I'm gonna be able to easily fix any page that has any problem within the bulk SEO settings. Now, if you work with a lot of websites, if you have heavy content websites, you're gonna be super happy about this feature, and especially if you design websites for your customers, you'll be even happier, because this will save you a lot of time and you'll be 100% in control over everything that goes on in any WordPress site that you manage. And then, of course, we've organized the SEO settings from Squirrly a lot better. So this section is for activating the metas. This one is for activating the JSON LD. This is for social media. This is for robots, tracking tools, connections, XML sitemap, the snippet patterns for automation, and the backup. And we're going to have a couple more features and tools placed here very soon. They are going to walk you, each of them is going to walk you through a different process of setting that up, and then once you're in the bulk SEO settings and you have a snippet problem, you won't have to go to the actual post, click edit, and then edit your snippet, and then save, and then come back again and do all of that weird stuff that everybody has to do in WordPress. No, you'll just be able to click here in snippet, you click on this, and a panel will open, it will drop down, and you will be able to edit your snippet right from this interface. Click save, and then everything gets saved automatically, and you can move on to the next problem, the next page that has a snippet problem. Click on it, fix that one, and do this as much as you want, and it will be super easy for you to do it. Alright, so these are the ideas. This is the alpha version. We will have a beta version, so I'm going to announce it to you, backstage access VIPs. I'm going to announce it, and then we'll be super excited to see that you're actually using it, and it will make us super happy to get your feedback, especially if we're going to be able to get it in due time before we release the official version of Squirrly SEO 2019. So I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you're super psyched about focus pages. Yes, so even drop comments to this YouTube video if you have a lot on your mind right now, a lot of questions, a lot of ideas on how this should be, of how you feel that Squirrly SEO 2019 could better serve you. Just drop comments here on YouTube. This is our channel. I'm CEO of Squirrly. Me and Colleen, we always check the channel for ideas and suggestions, so just drop a lot of comments or email us, our email addresses, and just, tell us what you think about it. Thank you very much for watching, and this is the last thing that I want to show you. If I click this X here, it automatically takes me back to the overview, and I have my WordPress menu back. So this was the video. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you guys testing the beta version for Squirrly SEO 2019.